So, the new home's here. I reckon it's time to go and have a look around. Come on. So, let's start by having a look at the storage space underneath. First, we've got this lift up storage. Great little magnets here. They just hold those up, so it's super handy. Plenty of space under here. You can see we've got our tools and things kept in boxes here. There's also a light inside, just for if you're looking around at night or anything. And this is also the switch for the front decorative blue lights, but I'll flick it on now and we can look at them as we get back around the front. So plenty of space, loads of height, plenty of room to kind of put everything in. Our 16 amp in New Zealand socket goes in here, slightly different to the US where it's a 30 amp supply, but it's just differences in power. And these do slam, so they close by themselves, which is really cool. Then coming along further, we've got our fold out steps to the door, and we'll go in there a little bit later. We've got the outdoor TV hookup for anyone who wants to plug in their TV outside. Not so much for us, but it's handy for those that need it. And the outdoor sockets, which again have been swapped in New Zealand for New Zealand plugs. Just a nice handy way to plug in things that you need out here, including a fan, just because it's the middle of summer at the moment. We'll keep going along. Oh, sorry, up the top we have outdoor speakers, and there's also some blue lights integrated into those, and an LED strip all along the underneath of the awning. The awning is nice and wide, which is really cool. It gives us plenty of space out here to keep either out of the sun or when it's pouring with rain, and it's just sort of super handy for us. Keeping on, we've got, this is the awning adjustment here. We've got the dual axle wheels down here, and you can kind of see them in underneath a little bit closer. That's the suspension adjustment. Further along, we've got the tank flush here. So this is for flushing through the black tank. Just putting a hose through it. It's got the little filter inside, as you can see. And then next to it, there's the water tank, which we haven't really used much. We have filled it once, but we've got a couple of issues with the pump at the moment, so we're not really using that, but we've got a city water hookup, so it's all good. But those two are both on this side, the others are on the far side. Now, one of our favourite features is the outdoor kitchen. So as you can see, there's a super big outdoor space. It includes a couple of little cupboards to keep things in, drawers. It's also got the sink, which is really handy when you're doing stuff out here and just need to like wash things or put a bit of water in something. Also got the cupboard space up top, which is pretty empty for us at the moment, but lots of storage space. And in lots of them, they come with a fridge in them, and that was an option for us, but we decided we just didn't really need it right now. And this is where we keep our beautiful Weber barbecue. Thanks, Weber. And we also have this pull-out tray, which again, when they come in the States, they have a gas grill here, but you can't keep them in New Zealand just because of the standards. So what's really nice for us is the Weber actually sits quite nicely onto this, so when we want to cook, we can sit it on here, pull it all the way out, like so, and do the cooking right here, which we find super handy. So it still works for us. Close that up. And it's nice and easy to just close this. There are still sockets in there. Just the two latches. Cool. Let's go and have a look around the other side. So, starting from around the back here, one of the first things I want to note that I haven't really seen many people point out is the back bumper space that you've got here. Now, most of them think of it as a pretty empty, kind of pointless bumper, but in fact they have this squeezy pull-out end, which you can see the airflow through. This is by Camco, and the internal size of this box is made perfectly to fit the drainage hoses, so you can actually store them down inside your back bumper, which is amazing and keeps them away from everything else. So you don't have to worry about kind of gross things getting over your other stuff, and yeah, it's just a really handy way of using that storage. So I'll just pop that back on. You can see it's all LED lights at the back here. The whole thing's LED lights all the way around. There's also the option to have a wireless reversing camera, but that's not something we have right now. We'll have to investigate that later as we go on. Let's keep going around the side. So this is a slide out in the back kid's bedroom. You can see it comes out quite a long way, and it has the Swintex system. Both slides on this use the Swintex system. It works really well for this size of unit to use this kind of system, and I guess it keeps it a lot lighter weight than some of the alternatives, which is ideal for us. Around here is kind of your hookup area. So this is our city water connection, same style of connector as the tank flush we saw on the other side. There's also another cable input in case you're somewhere that has cable able to be connected. This is the original power connection, but in our case, no use. And then you've got the back of the fridge, back of the water heater, and then the grey and black tank outputs down the bottom here. So yeah, both really easy. The valves are super simple for anyone who hasn't used them before. It's a really simple setup. Let's keep going along. Now we've got, this is the back of the extractor fan in the kitchen, and it's just important to make sure that that's unhooked when you're parked up so that the air can actually flow out. But you can lock it closed when you're driving as well, just to keep it that way. You've also got the outdoor shower on this side, which isn't so handy if you're at the beach or anything for washing children and that sort of thing, but it is quite handy having it so close to the drainage outlets and things, just in case you need to wash things off. So inside it's pretty straightforward. It looks very much like the inside shower. It's just black instead of white, and it just flips into the air if you need to have one. I mean, great if you're kind of short, but really handy if you're just trying to wash your hands off and things. It's just the same thing. It's got the cold and hot water. So yeah, kind of a nice little addition really, just for keeping things nice and clean. Let's just wrap that back up in there. Close that one up. Okay, keep going. Further down here, you've basically just got the far side of the storage area. Same sort of thing, magnet at the top, just clips up like that. And again, we've got plenty of space. You can see the battery for us, it's just inside here, and also the charger, which just runs off the wall there, so it's always able to charge. It's just a single battery. We'll be upgrading that at some point, but ideal for now, just because here in New Zealand we're not able to have the batteries on the front bar, or certainly the electrician that did this didn't feel that was appropriate having it close to the gas, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. And also the two windows, this one from the front bedroom and also one at the rear slide out, are both emergency exits, which is super handy. You can undo them and completely open them as alternative escapes, which is just really nice to know that there's a safe way out in the case that the door is blocked for any reason. You can see all the information here about the weights and everything. So this one here is 3,447 kilos or 7,600 pounds. So for us here in New Zealand, that makes it just underneath the COF weight. So it's still on a warranted fitness here, which means it's just less strict rules for everything. COFs here mean that you have to have more frequent checks, and they're looking for more things when they're searching it. So it's good. It makes it towable by a lot more options as well. But all of them have that information on them. Let's carry on around the front. As you can see, as we discussed earlier, these blue accent lights, they don't really serve much purpose other than looking kind of cool. It's a nice way for people to find you in a campground, or just kind of stand out a little bit, I guess. And yeah, it just makes the whole thing kind of look really nice. We've got the gas bottles in the front here. They're just protected by this. So there's two 20-pound or 9-kilo gas bottles in there. They've got the automatic switch over on the inside down here. Super handy, nice and easy to change over. Pretty standard sort of a system. Then you can see at the back of it here, there's the where the battery bar is, but again, we don't really use that here, so we can use it for some other storage. We'll see how that goes. And we've got the spare tyre there, which is nice and easy to access, which is great in case we have any problems with it. And then we've got the power driven level, which just runs off the battery. Again, this is super handy. It's also got a light built into it, which, well, you can't really see it now. It is quite handy at night if you need to turn it on, just to stop people from doing the classic walk into the front of the toe there. And yeah, it just runs up and down on these buttons here, and it makes it really easy for getting it on and off the tow bar. And also, when you get to a campsite, it makes it super easy for leveling the caravan out, because it once you've got it left to right stable, then you know that the rest you can just sort out with this power jack, which is super easy. Yeah, we've just got the New Zealand hookup on it, the chain standard, everything else is just as per normal. Alright, let's come around and go and take a look at the inside. Let's see what she looks like. Hey everyone, welcome to the inside. We'll take a look at the bedroom first. So, in here is a full queen size bed. It makes it super easy to make it up compared to what we had in the bus. You can kind of get to both sides and get the bedding on. Sounds like a pretty dull thing, but it's pretty important when you have to make your bed all the time. It can get pretty boring when you can't get around the bed or have to reach over and stuff. There's plenty of storage in this room for us, which is really cool. There's a little hanging locker in there, cupboard space up the top just to keep clothes and things in. We also have a vent to the outside just to let some air in the evenings, and then we've got our blinds and individual windows either side that just help with some cross ventilation as well. And what's really cool is we quite enjoy leaving the blinds open at the front at night, and you can just see up into the sky, which is really nice, just seeing the stars and things and appreciating the world. That's most of this room. We just added a couple of hooks up here just to put some longer clothes and things on that they didn't have as an alternative space, and that's pretty cool. There is also some storage under the bed down here, and we've just put suitcases and things that we don't use a whole lot of the time, things we're not needing to access on an everyday basis. Just keeps them out of the way. USB sockets, power plugs, it's all really handy for charging phones and things at night. And we just keep a new vacuum cleaner here too, so easiest place for it. So that was the bedroom. Now this is our living space, which essentially is made up of our dinette over here, and then further around we have the kitchen, and then we've also got an additional couch in this space here. Now both the couch and the dinette turn into more sleeping space, so this is just like a jackknife style, and the table drops on the dinette to give us more space there, which is pretty cool for movie night, because we can all like chill out in here and cuddle up and watch a movie on the TV, which is over in this section. And what's really cool about this TV is it actually just spins in this area, so it just spins around like that, and that way you can use it both in the lounge and in the bedroom, which is super awesome. It's also got the radio and Bluetooth, etc., all built into it, so that you can play music and stuff in here as well as outside. And then we just swing it back around through to it being in the bedroom. There's a bit of storage up the top here, just keep electronics and bits in there for us. There's also a lock for that, which I'll just leave right now. There's more storage down the bottom, which is really helpful. And then we've got storage up here, which we just keep, you know, our Sasema stuff, which makes sense mostly to people in New Zealand. Maybe it is global, but not everyone will know what that is. Storage up the top as well. Sorry, I've still got my work stuff out. And then over in the kitchen, we use both these two cupboards as pantry spaces, just to keep our food in. And that seems to be plenty for us, which is cool. We've got the microwave, which is a reasonable size. It's not huge. Some domestic microwaves are bigger, but totally great for us. We didn't have a microwave in the bus, so a bit of an upgrade for us. The 4-burner cooker, which works really well. They're all gas on this. The last one had one electric, and we've had this in the double version. So there was a drawer in here in the original model, if you look online, and a smaller oven that only had the oven, but the importer here in New Zealand agreed that actually that wasn't really all that useful having that drawer, and instead removed the drawer and put in a full one with an oven and the grill which we find really handy for all of our cooking. Cutlery, etc. in there. Our air fryer, it's quite handy because there's power sockets in under there and under here as well, so we can keep all of our appliances out on the bench ready for us to use. We've got the double sink here with the lift up panels, 2 basins, one either side, which is great for us. We tend to only use one side and keep the other as bench space, just so we've got more prep space to get things done. And then loads of storage under here for pots, pans, etc. We're still trying to work out storage solutions for everything, so some stuff looks a bit messy in there probably, but it's a more practical look at how people might live in one of these. And then stepping back, we've got our bin that we just bought separate, because one thing that they don't have is any kind of pull out bin storage or anything. And then back here we've got the fridge and freezer combo, which we've found to be excellent, and we're really happy with it. Keeps everything nice and cool, plenty of space in there, so much better than our bus one. It's awesome. Okay, now let's take a look at the bathroom. So what's really cool about this is it's a nice full door. Obviously for those people buying American campers and stuff, that's pretty normal, but in a lot of caravans and things here, and also like in our old bus, they don't necessarily have this. They just have like a curtain. Ours just had like a shower door. Wasn't great, so it's cool having a proper bathroom with a full door. We've got a couple of hooks on the back that we put in ourselves, just like the bedroom. Again, that's just because they don't really have anything like a towel rail or anything to put stuff up on, and I'm sure we all know we need a place to just hang them to let them dry out rather than keeping them all scrunched up or piled in a corner. So let's have a look in here. It's going to be a little bit tight. So we've got the shower over here, which has the small shub, which is quite handy because it just means the kids actually have a little bath space. It's pretty tall with the skylight at the top, and it lets a lot of light in. I mean, I'm again 6'2", 6'3", and I can have a shower in there. I mean, I'm pretty much, it's my limit, but I can fit in there without bumping my head again, which makes a change from the bus where I used to kind of have to bend over to be able to get in the shower. So that works quite well. Then we've got the medicine cabinet, I guess. Again, this is kind of a luxury for us, something we didn't really have in the bus. It's just really cool to be able to keep all our bits and pieces inside there. Have a sink in the bathroom so that everyone can wash their hands in here. Again, down the bottom is just more storage. We've got towels and some extra bits and pieces down there. Keep our towels and things there. It's nice having a socket in here as well. We use electric toothbrushes, so it's just handy to keep those on charge. And then basically we've got the tank level checks here, just to show us where they are, and the pump switch as well. The pump actually isn't working 100% at the moment, so it's just going to be checked out, but that's cool because where we are, we're hooked up to the city water connection anyway. Water heaters here, and in this room we can flick the lights on and off using the switch, which is pretty nice. Just a foot flush toilet, but again, for us personally, much better than the previous composting toilet that we had. That's just our personal opinion. I know a lot of people love composting toilets, but that's just what we prefer, and we can just keep our chemicals and things down the bottom. So yeah, just a really nice space to be able to fully close yourself off and have a shower that's separate to the toilet, not have to be kind of all cramped up in one space. So we really love it. Let's go on. So we've had a look at the bathroom. Now let's take a look at the final space in the caravan, which is the bunkhouse at the back. Come on through. So the bunkhouse is made up of 3 bunks essentially. We've got one up the top here, one fold down bunk in the slide out, and also this convertible futon bunk space in the bottom. This can fold out across the floor and become a double or queen bed. We've made a small change to these by adding these panels because they don't have them, and we just can't really not have them because we're really worried about the kids falling out of their beds while they're sleeping. So we just pop these in just a bracket and a bit of wood, which is all good. The awesome thing about this space for the kids is there's so much more room in here for them to enjoy their space compared to the bus. And the awesome thing is there's just heaps of storage for all this stuff in here. So there's storage under the step here where they keep their shoes and things just in underneath. They can keep all their books on the shelf here, which is awesome because they love reading. We've got a big cupboard here which goes all the way through to the back, all the way to the back of the bunk there. That's just got, you know, more clothes, their suitcases and things. We've got 3 shelves inside this cupboard for their clothes, and they've got a drawer each for their small bits and pieces, which is super awesome. And then again in here we've just put a couple of hooks on the door, great place to hang bags and things. Again, it's just practical living for a space that we live in, we don't just travel in. And again, there's more sockets in here and down the back to plug things in, which is super awesome. So really cool space for them, really nice for them to have a whole space for themselves that they can play in and kind of enjoy. So we're really happy with it.